Hello to you all, scale modeler boys and girls from all over the world. Today I want to show you guys a tutorial about painting the digital MM14 camouflage uniform from the Ukrainian Armed Forces. This video gonna be in several sections, which gonna include the first part of the video, and it's gonna be a second part too. But today take this as a theoretical lecturing, let's say it this way. It's gonna be a long video because I'm gonna explain everything slowly and clearly to make this video beginner and non-English speaking audience friendly. So step one, we're gonna start the tools we're gonna need, the paints we're gonna use. Step two, now we're gonna go deeper in the camouflage himself. For example, how to dissect that pattern. What I'm trying to say with dissect is you see the colors and try to separate them. But we go deeper on that subject, no worries. I will explain you guys the whole thing. Step three, very important actually, the scale conversion. Those things I'm gonna explain too. So you guys know already those three chapters. And we're gonna go through them for today, for this video. And then the next video I'm gonna show you guys, of course, the practical part. How to apply it and how to paint your figure this way. So for now, that's the info I wanted to give you guys. So what to expect. So watch carefully. And of course, I hope you guys will learn out of this. And also I want to say this is a method that works for me. Might not work for everybody. I'm not claiming like this is the thing. There is no other way than this. That's not how it works here. The point is, I show you guys my way, and it might not work for you, but it does for me. The point is, I wanted to share that with you guys. So now, cut the chit chat. Before we continue, pay attention please to the following announcement. I consider this as something pretty important. And then we're gonna start our tutorial. If you are new to my channel, let me tell you more about my niche. I can say I specialize myself in analyzing and painting camouflages. Small detail-loaded vignettes and unusual weathering effects, like rust, burn and other decay effects. So most of the time you will see videos based on those things. But of course I make other bigger dioramas too, but that I consider myself as a bit kind of my specialization. So here you are you guys. So now let me start what is very important by explaining the tools and the paint we're gonna need. I always say that it is very important to have decent brushes. You need fine brushes. There is no other way from it. This is something I really strongly actually recommend you guys. You want to level up your paint, please get decent tools. These are the brushes we're gonna use. Usually I use for my base color this synthetic brush size 1 from Abteilung 502. There is a difference between synthetic and mortar hair brushes. Usually I use synthetic brushes to do basic jobs like base colors and bigger blotches. I use mortar hair if I go in really details. It works better and it is more stable to do tiny details, like for example in our case the tiny blotches or the eyes you're gonna need to paint. The next one gonna be size 40, also from Abteilung 502, also a synthetic one. This is for the more bigger blotches, like for example like our green. Those don't have to be that tiny, so I use this one. Then I use for my smaller blotches 2 different sizes. And one is the 00 size, in this case from ammo. This is real mortar hair, because remember, tiny details, I recommend mortar hair. So I use this one. But for the tiniest details, this is the most important brush, and this is a brush I strongly recommend you all to go and get if you want to go in tinier details. It's almost a must. And this is the Da Vinci Micro Maestro size 20. Go and get this brush. I recommend it. Because to give you an example, without this brush I would never had sharpened my skills that much. And this one I use specifically for the tiniest, literally the tiniest details. And you have them also in synthetic. They are not bad, but I recommend you better get the mortar hair one. I also use regularly an angled brush like this one. I'll take you guys the lid off so you can see it nicely. It's an angled brush. This thing comes very handy when you have to paint spots actually who are hard to reach. And this is also a tool that helps you. So actually kind of one of my recommendations, get yourself one of these two. So a Da Vinci Micro Nova in this case. It's in this case a size 50, and I think they have them even smaller sizes, so you would have to see for the available sizes at your local shop. But again, this is also a tool I strongly recommend you guys to get to sharpen your skills. And that's it for now about your tools. We're going further, continuing with our paints. These are the colors we're gonna use to mix the right shades, especially for this camouflage pattern. But these are actually my personal mix, but I will share them guys with you later. So now I'm gonna show you bottle by bottle the colors we're gonna use. Yeah, start randomly. As you can see, the color I use, the Vallejo model color, number 70988 khaki. The model color, of course the Vallejo again, 70976 buff. Again the Vallejo, model color 70887 US Olive Dark. I mix up sometimes the brands, but yeah, it doesn't matter. The point is the color that matters. So in this case I use the AK from the figure series, the number under the number AK 3029, color faded white. Then from Vallejo, from the Panzer Aces series, number 330, under the name Highlights Rus 2. And then the last one, again from the Vallejo, the Panzer Aces series, the number 326, Russian Tank Crew 2. Of course, in some cases, we're gonna need to thin down our paints because these paints are a bit thicker than the usual airbrush paints. To thin them down with, of course, an acrylic thinner, in this case an MO-MIG acrylic thinner, number MO-MIG 2000. That's the number of the thinner in case you're interested, but it works with any kind of acrylic thinner. This is now the one I use by coincidence, so there is so as you can see, I like to use any kind of material. So I mix up things too, whatever that works, you know, that counts for me. So let's start, guys. Chapter 1. How to dissect a camouflage pattern. This is very important to know because it's gonna help you out a lot in your later paint job. This is the picture I took with the, for me, right color and light example to paint this camouflage. Again, this is for me. But let's go now deeper in it. First, we're gonna look which color, and very important, the lightest color is the most dominant one. So we're gonna look. Pay now attention to this here. This comes later. We are here, so pay it. So we're gonna look for the most dominating light color. And what we detect here is this color here. This here. That's gonna be your base color of your uniform. This is the color you start with. I'm gonna show you guys how to mix it. No worries. And then, after this color, you're gonna start to look. In this case, in this camouflage pattern's case, you can go for the darker color, the most dominant one. Don't forget, the most dominant one. And what we detect, we're looking around, what we detect here, this darker green is the most dominant one. And as you see, also, we're dissecting here a pattern, so pay attention. As you see also, those two colors are on the background. All those other colors, like here a bit that darker tone or lighter or even that black tone, are on these two colors. Very important, guys. This is your base. If you start to go in those two steps wrong, you might be messing up the whole thing already. So this is a very important thing. So, start to visualize yourself this color only. Let's say here, the base color, you know. You see the pixels. And you see also the shape, kind of. You know, it starts here and goes like this, it goes and it goes that way. And you see the same what's happening. See? And it goes this way. Like actually in an angled way, like this. And by dissecting these things, actually what you're gonna do in our practice video, where we're gonna do the paint job himself, is paint this to start with. This is the pattern you're gonna need. You're gonna have to do that same method. Take each color, visualize it in your own mind, separate it from all, and put it on your figure. Paint it on your figure. Always dissect. Base color, second dominant color. Eventually, in some patterns, it can be the third dominant too. But in this case, for the MM14 camouflage pattern, you have to choose these. See here, the following graphics are prepared for you all to make it easier to understand and visualize what I meant about the different layers. But now, as you notice, with the least dominant, let's say patches, they go in a horizontal way. You see? Here we go. See? They go actually in this way. Like a wave actually. Yeah, and this photo is now too small, but here you can see. Because this is the way now the rest of the pattern's gonna be painted. Like this. In a horizontal way. No more in angles like this. No more. Now just in a horizontal way. A small hack to you guys. Consider the pattern picture as a satellite photo taken from in the sky. And what do you see then? The two base colors. Let's call the green one forest and the light tone sand. So what we see, forest, let's say dryland, forest, dryland. And the horizontal blotches you can see as clouds. So make it a small trick. Forest, sand and clouds. This is the method I invented to make it easier to do the scale conversion. I take the actual photo of a person in uniform to see the correct proportions to do the conversion. Like so, here. And here we have a large picture of the pattern to do the dissection. The only purpose of this is to do your color dissection. And the last part, that's this one, is the most important. There you can see how by zooming out, some colors disappear. In this case, it shrinks from 6 to 4. That's why it has no use to use all 6 colors on such a small scale, because it will just create one big mess and will also ruin all the previous work you did before. So that's why the dissection and the conversion, by using this method, will make it easier for you to get better results. Military camouflage is a very, very complex matter. Don't think, oh, now I do know the whole thing. That complex it is. And I'm talking, I have experience. This is a matter you learn, and a subject actually, you learn by living in it as a professional. Using this thing in their professional life. Because it's so complex. It contains years of analyzing photos of terrains. It contains years of analyzing colors, dissection of colors, dissection of terrains. It's a kind of a rocket science, because there are so many tiny factors involved in it. Even in those tiny factors where it goes wrong, the whole pattern can be cancelled and not being used by the military forces where it has been developed for. So that's it then. I hope you all are still awake. Wakey wakey for those who fell asleep. But yeah, please pay attention to all those things I just told you. And that's for now the theory lesson. But in case still you guys will have some question about it, please feel free. Just let me know in the comments below, and I will be happy to answer them. Now I'm asking you guys as some favor from you guys back for the effort I'm doing to make you guys these videos. Please subscribe, like, comment and share it, please. So for now, enjoy gathering your tools and your paints, and see you in the next video. And now we're gonna do some painting, guys, and we're gonna have some fun. So see you in the next video. Bye.